Hello, and welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thank you very much for joining me as I explore this incredible wide world of pens that's available to us. And you see one of those amazing pens, certainly a pen much different than any other fountain pen I've ever had. I bought it a while ago, a couple months ago on Temu. And my search has just shown it's only available on Temu, and it still is available on Temu. It comes in some different colors. So we're going to explore this space pen, look at its unique features, ink it up, and put one of the two nibs to work, or maybe both. Stay tuned. It's going to be interesting. So this is what I would call retail packaging. It's designed to sit on a shelf or hang from a tree. There's a nice barcode there for those people that check out the pen. A lot of writing. We'll give you some translations of some of it. This sleeve was attached with that nice adhesive label. So we'll take that off and we'll look at the pen. To remove the sleeve, this just opens up. And it's high-end packaging. Pen is very secure in this tray. They give you two cartridges, and probably it's the only thing that will fit. I like that matte finish. Some more labeling. So one of the interesting things is I got confused as to what comes off, is the cap. It's a freaking magnetic cap on a low-end kind of novelty pen, one might say. Interesting blue nib there in your Lamy style with the wings, and also has that Lamy triangular section, but really on the small side, almost too small for me. One of the interesting things that if you do a research on the web and see all the different postings, the magnetic cap attaches itself to the steel clip. So talk about the most interesting posting. That's one of them. And you may ask, because I was confused because I removed this end. It unscrews. And in there is a nib. Another nib. And this one's not blue, it's silvery, and it's an extra fine. So not only is this pen have some very interesting characteristics to it, they give you two nibs. As one would expect, the section unscrews, and we see a converter, so that's great. And I have no desire to use the cartridges. This is just a standard lower end converter. Probably functions very well, feels good, nice and smooth. Nothing in there for me to remove, which is always a good sign. So I'm going to flush out the nib and feed like I usually do. We'll find a suitable ink and we'll see how this space pen performs. So besides, the normal stuff, you need to talk about the clip, because it is very functional, very springy. I always like the way that they do a little bit of interesting work there to make it just not a plain clip, but one that has some value to it. And as you see, if you unscrew the cap without removing it, you unscrew the section. So that magnet's pretty strong, if it allows you to do that. And yes, there's the cap, posted. But can you post at the end? No, you can't. So that's why this works. You gotta love the design. We're now in dark mode, and I think it's good to take a look inside the cap. And we'll see down there is that magnet. It's a ring, and it works with the metal end of that section just behind the nib. So like I say, it's an interesting design. I have to admit I'm impressed. For the price point, it's a lot of engineering, design work, manufacturing to make this pen and deliver it to you. And the packaging wasn't cheap either. So I say the extra fine nib right above its price point. It's nice, it's smooth, consistent ink flow, and this Birmingham Pen Company Interstellar Bronze is not the easiest ink. It's heavily saturated, so that it works well in this pen. It's a testimony to the pen and the ink flow. You know, I'm not an extra fine nib person, but this is as good as any of them. And that's saying a lot for an inexpensive kind of novelty pen. So let's talk about this design. So with the nib down here and the clip here, in your pocket, it's going to be nibbed down, which is not the best way to store or keep a pen. But I have a feeling it probably will be okay. And of course that extra nib, which is just an extra fine, just like the extra fine. So you got a blue one and a silver one, but both of them of the same size. Wouldn't have hoped they put maybe a fine nib there to give you a choice on nib sizes, but they didn't do that. This is a well-made pen with some very interesting features. The magnet, I mean, how many pens do you have that have a magnetic cap like that and cost $6 US? So again, the ability of the Chinese to make something very inexpensive, make it well, and be able to sell it to us around the world for a very, very affordable price. So is this a pen for you? I don't know. It's certainly, you know, the word novelty comes to mind. It's not a pen for everybody, but for us collectors of fountain pens, this is certainly a unique one to have in our collection. We've reached a conclusion of this video. I hope it found everyone safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens, putting some ink on paper, finding out what your ideas look like on paper. You know, they could be words, and they could be drawings, who knows. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. We've reached the end, and we will say bye-bye-bye.